Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, I absolutely love videos like this, and I love this question because remember, this channel is powered by the viewers. So I answer your questions, I help you guys improve upon your requests. So this one comes from Stephen Beaumont. Alex, knowing when to attack the pin and when not to with regards to where it is on the green. Now I want to take this a few bits further. Okay, so 3 scenarios coming up here. Let's start with the fairway. So on a fairway lie, we know the ball is lying absolutely perfectly, or it tends to be more often than not. So when we've got this situation right here, we can depend on whether we're going to go for the flag upon its position on the green. So you can see here on the green, we've got a couple of scenarios. We've got when it's tight up against the fringe, when it's in the middle of the green, or when it's on the back or away from any trouble. I want you to put your flags into categories, okay? Green, amber, and red. And when you're on the fairway, right, where that flag is on the green will give its scenario, okay? Will give it its colour. Other 2 scenarios will have a little bit of something to them. Okay, so I like to think of it this way. Flag in the middle, green all day long. A flag up against the bunker, that tends to be an amber. I would probably put it as a red. And a flag that's always towards sort of the back of the green, away from the trouble at the front, I would make that an amber. So anytime it's short-sided or anytime that flag is against the trouble, it's red. If it's a toughie flag, then it's going to be an amber. And then if it's middle of the green, it's go. So I like to think of it that way. And when I was caddying on the European Tour, I would literally make these decisions. Okay, so let's see this yardage. Because when I was caddying for Tom, we made the yardage sort of added into this factor as well, where the further you get away, obviously the more high tariff the shot becomes. So we're around 150 yards right now. For most of us, that is quite a comfortable yardage. It's around our 7-iron, 8-iron sort of go area. Any further away than this, I would see that most of these flags would turn in from a green to an amber, and the amber would then go to red. Okay, so progressively get a little bit harder as you get further away. And I literally give this rule of thumb to all the people that I give lessons. Anytime you're 160 and further out, middle of the green, every single time, you're going to be not a long way away from that flag. Anytime you're inside that, you can then use this category and this system. Okay, so this flag right now is pretty tight up against this fringe, so it's definitely an amber. I'm going to shoot slightly to the right of that flag and not go at it to make sure I'm going into the fat part of that green. If it was a green flag, I would go straight at it. I pulled it a little bit, but it's straight at the flag. Okay, we are dancing. The divot lie. Now, you've done the hard thing. You've hit the fairway and you've ended up in something just like that. How frustrating is it? There's nothing worse. Okay, so what can you do? Straight away, if you get in a scenario like this, I would make every single flag a red flag. All you've got to do is find the center of the green at the very best scenario. You can't expect anything else. So if that flag is in a troubled area, we're playing away from that. For example, if you had water on the right side of the green, I would be playing to the left side, and vice versa. Anytime you're in a scenario like this, you cannot predict what that ball is going to do. So your scenario of your flags is out of your control because of the lie. Now, a little bit of an insight on how I play this. I would get a more lofted club, except that it might come up a bit shorter, move the ball towards the back of my stance, and really focus on hitting down more on this golf ball. This helps me get the ball, then smash into the turf, as opposed to hitting away with a bit of a shallower angle of attack. So nice and simple, move it back, get a little bit more loft, except that anywhere on that green, if you can manufacture something, is a good scenario, okay? Anywhere. Final one coming up because we need to learn this is key. Thick rough, horror lie, we've hit a bad tee shot. We may have even sliced it. What can you do? Again, this is similar to scenario number 2. We've got to take our punishment, but I would say even more in this scenario. So I've come sort of equal distance to what I had before. So this is around 8-iron, 7-iron distance, but I'm not even thinking about using that club. I'm gonna go my most lofted club. There's things you need to know in this lie. Anytime you're in thick rough, this grass is gonna wanna catch that heel of the club and wrap it round, bringing that toe round, really closing up that club face. So you're gonna wanna go your most lofted club, okay? Take your punishment, get the ball back out in play, and then you can start advancing it. We can't think about even going for the green in this scenario, because if you do, you may leave it in here, you'll be in there for a second shot, we turn a bogey into a double bogey. Now, if we're seriously wanting to lower our scores this summer, basically keeping a double bogey off our card is the best way of doing this. So nice and simple, grab your most lofted club, away from your area, just make some practice swings, really trying to feel as though you don't let the grass turn the club head down. Because if you watch this scenario, if I swing and let go, look how close my club is, but my grip's not moved. A prime example of how that club closes on you. Right, let's get this back out in play. Here we go. Ow! That was sore. It is cold this morning. There you go. 3 scenarios, when to attack the flag, and remember, colour code system. You have to try it.